Tonight, relief is in sight. That's the message from officials as a new project aims to prevent future flooding for Park Point residents.
Plus, Minnesota's lieutenant governor is putting funding for housing at the top of her priority list.
Veterans melt my heart.
To show their appreciation, some folks in Ely are laying wreaths as a way to honor veterans who have passed.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Okay.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Residents on Park Point are taking an uphill battle against powerful storms and rising water on Lake Superior.
The neighborhood beyond the aerial lift bridge often takes a beating, leaving homes and roadways flooded. Tonight, the city of Duluth is taking action, giving standing water a place to go. CBS 3's Jesse Slater spoke with residents who say water is a real problem.
Duluth city officials have a plan to improve a sanitary sewer line along South Lake and Minnesota Avenue on Park Point.
We have a small sinkhole in the street that has come back every year or so, and I think it's actually due to this leaking pipe.
The leaky line caused a headache for Park Point residents last month when a strong storm slammed the neighborhood, leaving behind flooding and standing water.
There were signs out on the street saying something to the effect of dangerous water or danger contaminated water, and that was an overflow of this septic main.
Thursday night, the city presented their improvement plan at a public meeting.
I think it's great that they're taking care of the replacement of this line and fixing that, and I think it's a great first step.
One resident says she's lived on Park Point for over 30 years. She says the problem goes beyond a leaking pipe and more should be done.
I have a wall, a retaining wall, that has had problems with high water and during the storms and when we have wind off the lake.
Rising water levels on Lake Superior and heavy storms are causing erosion of shoreline, shrinking the neighborhood.
I think it's important that the city should make it a priority to make sure that we look at the long-term needs of Park Point and what needs to be done to preserve the amazing piece of property and nature that we have out here.
Though residents are happy the city is stepping up, they feel it's not a fix-all solution.
It's an issue.
City engineers say they're confident this project will prevent basements from flooding in the future. The city hopes to start construction next week.
All right, Dave's here with a look at the weather. Dave, it is a cold one out there tonight.
Yeah, it's going to stay cold too. We'll be dropping into the single digits tomorrow morning, but then tomorrow afternoon a bit of a break. So let's take a look at the upper Midwest. Cold tonight, warmer tomorrow. Clear and cold tonight thanks to high pressure that's in place, but warmer tomorrow because of a cloudy low that's coming in from the west. So let's fire up the day planner here for our Friday. Kids getting onto the bus in the morning. We'll have a temperature of around 8 above here in the Twin Ports, perhaps cooler inland. But then with a southerly wind and thicker cloud cover, the rest of the day will start to warm up. Warmer than we've been for a couple of days. We might top out around 29. Setting us up for the weekend comes Saturday, maybe into the mid-30s. And the low-pressure system may bring a chance of snow. How much we get? Yeah, we'll take a look at the latest chart in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. A man is dead tonight after an early morning crash in Duluth. It happened on Mesaba Avenue at West 5th Street just after 4:30 this morning. Police say a vehicle was headed down Mesaba when the driver could not turn and crashed into a light pole. They say the 24-year-old driver, who was not wearing a seatbelt, died at the scene. Police have not released the victim's name as of yet.
An overnight fire has left a Duluth family without a home in the East Hillside neighborhood. It broke out around 2:30 near 14th Avenue East and East 10th Street. Firefighters say the fire started in the attic. Damage is estimated around $75,000. The exact cause is under investigation, but fire officials say it looks like an electrical fire. The family will have to stay somewhere else while they clean up from water and smoke damage.
The man sentenced in connection with burning down a downtown Duluth synagogue in September is back behind bars tonight. Police arrested Matthew Amiot on a warrant Tuesday after he allegedly violated his probation. Police say he walked away from the Bethel Rehabilitation Center after completing his intake required as part of his sentence. In a St. Louis County courtroom this morning, Judge Sean Florkey entered a denial of probation violation charge on Amiot's behalf. He He also ordered the 36-year-old be held behind bars until without bail until his next hearing. Amiot is due back in court for a contest hearing next Friday.
Murder charges were filed against an Aiken County man today, about a month after a woman's body was found on his property. Joshua Cardula made his first appearance in court this morning. The 35-year-old is accused of strangling Michelle May to death. The Crow Wing County woman was reported missing in early October. Her body was found at Cardula's home when authorities were executing a search warrant. He was originally arrested for violating probation, but now is being held on second-degree murder. A judge set his bail at $5 million.
The Bayfield County Sheriff's Office now has another way to fight illegal drug use in the area. The office recently brought on a new canine, but before he's chasing bad guys, he'll need 5 weeks of training with his handler. Once training is done, they'll be out patrolling the roads together. Now, earlier this year, the Sheriff's Office said they needed an in-house canine due to illegal drug use becoming too common in the region. Up until now, Bayfield County would bring in a canine from other agencies when needed.
Minnesota's Lieutenant Governor called state dollars for housing a smart investment. Peggy Flanagan toured a number of properties in Duluth today, funded through state bonds. They included Lutheran Social Services Center for Changing Lives. It received $4 million in state funding and offers shelter for 20 homeless youth. Flanagan said housing is fundamental for people living successful, healthy lives and something the state should continue to invest in.
We talk about housing. It is a foundation for everything else. We need to make sure that this year in the upcoming legislative session that we are doing everything possible to try to get as much bonding dollars specifically for housing.
Flanagan says the governor's office hasn't specified exactly how much funding it would like for housing projects, but says people can expect a significant investment.
Duluth is having a conversation about race and ethnicity using only 6 words at a time. It's called the Race Card Project. People are asked to narrow down their thoughts, experiences, and observations about race to just 6 words. It forces people to be specific and meaningful with their word choice. Organizers say it's a way to talk about race and how it impacts the way we live, the work we do, and the lens through which we see the world.
This is an opportunity for us to really look at ethnicity, to look at culture, and more importantly, find more ways that we have things in common versus getting stuck on things we don't have in common. Sitting right across from you could be your next best friend if only you take the opportunity to get to know each other.
You can find the display at City Hall. After that, the cards will be sent to Washington, D.C. to be added to the national project.
A follow-up to a story we first brought you last month. We're learning more about the plans for Duluth Costco. The plans call for the discount warehouse chain to be built at the corner of West Arrowhead Road and Haynes Road. New Life Lutheran Church currently sits on a part of that land. We learned today the church would be displaced by a portion of a parking lot if the project moves forward. The church is home to about 85 congregants. The president of the church, Mary Robinson, says while nothing is certain at this time, there are ongoing discussions about the church's future. Plans for more than 160,000 square foot store will go before the Duluth Planning Commission next Tuesday. Meanwhile, a popular restaurant along Highway 61 in Two Harbors has suddenly closed. According to a Facebook post from October 23rd, Carmody 61 is closed until further notice. The post does not specify why the business shut down. One of the managing partners, Rick Boo, passed away in late August. The restaurant is owned by the same group that owns Carmody Irish Pub in downtown Duluth. The business was recently on a liquor posting list for the Minnesota Department of Revenue. The list shows businesses that can't buy liquor for resale because they were late paying taxes. Carmody 61 was taken off of that list on October 19th. The restaurant did not respond to our request for comment.
You used to be so sweet.
Hey, what you just heard there is just one example of the variety of performances taking place at the first ever West Fest. It's a week-long event at the historic West Theater. Organizers say throughout the week there will be something for everyone, from musical performances to classic films and more. West Fest started today and runs through November 14th. Head on over to our website for a full list of performances and pricing.
Well, it's still early in the season, but Duluth businesses are hoping you think local this holiday. A group of businesses kicked off the shopping season early with the 6th annual Woodland Block Party. The event features businesses on Woodland Avenue along with pop-up shops from local vendors and artists. Organizers say hundreds of people stopped by the party, which they say gets better every year.
This is a wonderful event that helps kick off the holiday shopping season, and it's also a great way to promote Shop Local with the local community.
Saffron and Grey Couture Floral hosted the event.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3 across America, people are laying wreaths for veterans who have died. We'll take you to Ely, where some locals are joining in to show their appreciation.
Back in 1991, in the wake of the big Halloween blizzard, a big cold snap came to call, and that's why today has the record low temp for this date at 1 below. We might get fairly close tomorrow morning, and another cold snap is with us. We'll talk about how long it will last coming up after our break.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Today on Medical Insight, Essentia Health radiation oncologist Dr. Jessica Sawyer discusses breath management techniques, specifically 4D CT, or four-dimensional CT scans, which can track tumors with remarkable precision.
Some cancers are located in places in the body that move. So for instance, cancers that are in the lung. So when you breathe, your lungs move in and out, up and down. And so if there's a cancer within that lung, it's going to move up and down and side to side and however many ways it moves. Using breath management techniques, what we're trying to do is to ensure that when patients come for treatment, we're actually treating the tumor no matter where it is in that cycle of breathing, so not missing. Standard CT is a great tool to use to see where the tumor is at that moment in time. Radiation treatment, for instance, takes 60 seconds, 2 minutes, and so during that time that the beam is on, a patient can't hold their breath that whole time. And so we actually have to have a four-dimensional in time component also that helps us understand where that tumor is.
4D CT helps Dr. Sawyer and her team deliver radiation effectively and efficiently while minimizing risk to the patient.
So we can make sure that when we deliver the radiation treatment, the plan itself, that we're ensuring that we're treating the cancer no matter where it is in the patient's breathing cycle, that we're not missing it, but also keeping our margins small to avoid as much normal lung as possible. So because we have that knowledge, we feel more comfortable using smaller margins, meaning our target is smaller, and when your target is smaller, you don't have as much collateral damage to the surrounding tissues.
For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
This Medical Insight was brought to you by Essentia Health. To learn more about the services we offer, visit essentiahealth.org.
Hold on to me. Don't let me go. Your first name is Reed. Last name is Down.
For a limited time during SUV season, get over $6,500 total savings on a 2019 Ford Edge. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, towards the UP, they did get several inches of lake effect snow for a few communities, but for the rest of us, with Arctic high pressure taking over, it was chilly, but very pretty, especially around sunset time. A few clouds in the sky, sun setting, put a little barn in between, you get this gorgeous shot coming in out of Floodwood. Well, lower pressure's coming to call again already by tomorrow afternoon, so clouds will go back up. Beautiful scenes like this may go away, but temperatures will start to warm up. After single digits tomorrow morning, we may get oh so close to 30 degrees. One of the warmer temperatures, frankly, we'll have in the next 7 days because another cold snap hits us by Veterans Day. We'll show you the 7-day forecast in just a bit. Of course, right now we show you the current conditions at the airport in Duluth as we eye up what's going on Superior Street there as they continue to work on fixing up that road. 11 degrees is the current temp, 64% the relative humidity, and the wind is westerly northwesterly 6 miles per hour with some pretty high barometer readings at 1,034 millibars or 30.5 inches of mercury. And again, that's because of the cold, dense, high-pressure air coming in from Canada. 10 is what we have in on Waters Meet right now. 16 Ironwood, only 10 Hayward, down to 3 at Solon Springs Airport. Moose Lake only at 5, 10 though closer to the lake in Superior, almost 20 in Asheville, one of our hot spots. 1 Silver Bay, 0 in Hibbing. There's a chance things could go below 0 there, though that's not the general trend. I still think single digits will be the common theme for most of us, but Ely's close to the border there at 3, International Falls at 4. Chilly night, but a respite tomorrow with the cloud cover, a southerly wind, and things getting just a little bit warmer. So towards the UP, the Keweenaw had a winter weather advisory earlier today. That has finally faded away. Still have one a little bit further to the east. Still some bands of lake effect snow going on there. But for the rest of us, it's fairly calm and relatively clear again from the cold Arctic high pressure that's with us for right now. By tomorrow morning, early on, it may already retreat and go away as lower pressure from the west comes in to kick up the clouds, warm things up at least a little bit, and then set us up for a chance for light snow Saturday and Sunday. Not just light snow, really, because I think by Sunday night, after Minnesota's deer opener weekend wraps up here, we might have a trace to about 2 inches around the area. Baudette might get 2, and maybe even we could push it towards 3 in the snow belt around Ironwood, so not a major deal, but still drive cautiously. It doesn't take that much, of course, to slick up the roadways. You don't need a foot of it. All right, tonight, we don't really need temperatures in the single digits this early, but we're getting them in Minnesota with a clear and cool sky. In Wisconsin and Michigan, those UP snow showers could continue a little bit. Otherwise, clear and cool, single digits there as well. For tomorrow, daytime highs, when the clouds thicken up, start to go up. Normal is 40. We could get towards 30 for Wisconsin and the UP. And in Minnesota, maybe 25 to 31 degrees with a mostly cloudy sky. Now, the mostly cloudy sky will start to spit out some snow showers on Saturday. There's a 30% chance for that. High of 35 will be the top temp for the week ahead. Then we already fall back to 25 on Sunday. And then we drop to 15 on Monday. Veterans Day is an important occasion. Hopefully we can all get out and pay tribute to those who have served. You know, here in Duluth, they'll be marching from the depot down to the deck for the ceremony at 11 o'clock in the morning. It'll be chilly. Bundle up as you get along the parade route there and give them a salute.
Seems too early to have 15 as a high.
You know, that is colder than normal, Tony.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Dave. A small group in Ely, Minnesota is working together to honor military service members ahead of Veterans Day.
They have made hundreds of wreaths for graves, hoping to bring joy to the family members who will visit them this weekend. CBS3's Jenna Wells was with them at the cemetery today as they paid tribute to those who served our country.
In below freezing temperatures, Jeremiah Heesaker, his friend Teresa Miller, and her grandson locate more than 130 graves of service members at the Ely Cemetery.
God bless you, honey.
Adding a wreath with an American flag on top of each one. It's a way to honor those veterans before the holiday season.
We wanted to put them out before Veterans Weekend, so all the families, when they come out to see the veterans' graves, they can see the flag, the wreath, and all that for their family member.
For Heesaker, this cause is near to his heart.
I served in the military in the 101st Airborne and in the Band of Brothers, and I was active duty in the Army, and I served overseas, and I want everybody to know that veterans, their sacrifices will always be remembered.
Heesaker says their group of about 5 people is the only group that participates in Wreaths Across America at the Ely Cemetery.
We've had volunteers and friends, and it's a group effort, and everyone pitched in, and we got it done, so we're happy.
Teresa Miller played a huge part in laying the wreaths this year. She owns Just Bite Me Miller's Bait in Babbitt. Her shop has helped supply materials, and she has helped make the wreaths for the past 2 years.
Now we sit in the very back of my shop, tables, the hoops, the rings, the clamps, and with the family and a few friends, we put together 130 as fast as we can to get ready for today.
Miller's husband is also a veteran. She has found both a great friendship in Heesaker and a special passion for the project.
Veterans melt my heart. They've given us everything for their life. And this is such a little part that we can give back.
Hats off to them. What a great cause. This was all part of the Wreaths Across America program, which coordinates wreath-laying ceremonies on veterans' graves every year across the country. The group plans to finish laying the wreaths tomorrow.
Still to come on Live Local CBS3, a man was rescued today after clinging to a tree branch above Niagara Falls for hours. More on this after the break.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota. New state-of-the-art dealership. Same President's Award-winning service. KohlerToyota.com.
Attention. This is an important message for anyone diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers. In 2015, the Internal Agency for Research on Cancer warned that overexposure to Roundup and other weed killers may increase the risk of developing non-Hodgkin lymphoma. More evidence found that Monsanto may have known that Roundup was likely linked to organ damage and cancer. This information was hidden from the public as proprietary trade secret since 1981, and Monsanto may have failed to adequately warn about the potential risk of cancer. A California jury found Monsanto's weed killer caused a groundkeeper's cancer and issued a verdict for $78 million. If you or a loved one was diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call the Sentinel Group now. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor.
Please call 800-627-1826.
From morning coffee runs to family trips, away games, campouts, and weekend projects. No adventure is too big for the Honda lineup with available all-wheel drive. Visit your Honda dealer and test drive one today.
We all want fast internet, but getting more speed usually means paying way more. Until now. Introducing Extreme Access Internet 60. Real high-speed internet that comes with a real low price. Finally, you don't have to compromise on your speed to get the price you need. Enjoy fast speeds up to 60 meg and powerful home Wi-Fi for $24.99 a month for a year. Get more speed for your life and your budget. Call 844-EXTREME2.
Continue celebrating Native American Heritage Month in November all month long at Black Bear Casino Resort. Friday, November 15th, join us for a free comedy show in the Outer Green Event Center with the Chiefs of Comedy at 7 p.m. And every day, enjoy Native American-inspired dishes with specials at Seven Fire Steakhouse, The Buffet, and The Sage Deli. Visit blackbearcasinoresort.com for more information on Native American Heritage Month events. Make the Bear your place.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS3 Duluth.
Get your new Polaris snowmobile at Duluth Lawn and Sport.
My 95.7 is the Northland's best variety all day. From Ed Sheeran and Maroon 5 to Lady Gaga and Bryan Adams. Always family and office friendly. My 95.7, your life, your music.
A rescue attempt in the rushing water near Niagara Falls today was successful. Here's video of the harrowing rescue mission. Authorities say a man was brought to shore after clinging to a branch above the American Falls for nearly 2 hours. 2 rescue missions were unsuccessful due to the fast rushing waters, but a third attempt ended with the person being brought ashore. That person was taken to the hospital. However, their condition is unknown.
Meanwhile, on the West Coast, a small Cirrus plane crashed into a home in Southern California today, causing a massive fire and killing the pilot. 2 adults and a baby were in the house, but amazingly got out without injury. The pilot was the only person on the plane. It's unclear what caused the crash. Authorities say a built-in safety parachute from the plane deployed and was seen draped over a nearby tree. The crash happened about a quarter mile from a private airport. The FAA and NTSB are investigating the crash.
Kelly's here for a look at what's coming up in sports. I hear you have some good stuff for us.
A lot of good stuff. Folks, stick around. We have a very special UMD segment coming your way. You won't want to miss it. Plus, high school hockey is back. Highlights from Cloquet and Moose Lake coming up next.
Real steel. Find yours.
Pick up the BG50 blower for only $139.95 or grab the easy-to-use BG56 CE handheld blower. For the biggest jobs, go for the most powerful backpack blower in the Steel lineup, the BR800 CE for $649.95.
Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the DW crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Find us on social media right now for gorgeous photos and great Wisconsin giveaways. Speaking of free stuff, did you know every month we give away an exciting vacation? This month, you could win a prize package to Kenosha. Just visit discoverwisconsin.com for details.
Here's this week's CBS3 Game Day lineup. Brought to you by Kohler Hyundai. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
There are a lot of reasons why someone chooses to be an attorney, but I was motivated by one reason. I wanted to help people. And I've built Nicolay Law to become a firm full of people who are motivated to help others.
Clients generally come to us when they feel like their lives have been turned upside down.
So that's where we come in and they have somebody on their side.
They leave feeling as though they can rebuild their lives or grow from there.
Nicolay Law, the North Shore's injury, disability, and bankruptcy law firm.
Coop's Pizza is the family favorite choice for pizza, Italian food, and sandwiches. Dine in, pick up carside, take and bake, or order Coop's frozen pizza online and get the great taste and fresh ingredients delivered for you to enjoy whenever you want. Coop's Pizza, Hayward, Wisconsin.
Have you been thinking of a new kitchen? Turn drab into fab. Skip's Home Center can make your outdated cooking space shine again with a new 10x10 oak kitchen for as little as $1,675. We have the largest selection of in-stock cabinets in the Northland and an outstanding team of professionals who can answer any questions you have. We also offer an at-home design viewer before purchasing so you know exactly how it'll look before owning. Buy today. Enjoy your new kitchen tonight. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in and see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road in Duluth.
America's veterans are more than a source of pride. They're a source of strength. When our veterans thrive, our communities thrive. With your support, our veterans can get career and education opportunities as well as benefits they've earned.
Hi, I'm Congressman Pete Stauber. Join me in thanking our nation's veterans. They've given so much. Find out how you can support veterans in our community.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
High school hockey is back. Now, this is just a tease of Thursday Night Face-Off. We'll get back into the swing of things next month. But for now, we've got a couple of games to showcase from tonight. The CEC Lumberjacks opening up at home against Proctor Hermantown. Big rivalry. CEC getting to work early. Dana Jones takes a shot from the right face-off circle on the power play in the first. It hits the post a few times before hitting the back of the net. Jacks take a 1-0 lead. Now still in the first. I'm still trying to figure out how this one made its way in. Taylor Nelson sweeps it along the right side, and that'll work. It's 2-0. They add a few more from there. Dia De Leon gets the one-timer to go. The captain makes it 3-0, and one more for the first period. Yes, it's still the first. Bella Harriman gets the long shot, make it 4-0. CEC goes on to win it 4-2 the final. Down Highway 35 a little further, Moose Lake area playing host to Duluth Marshall. Just a few minutes into Hilltoppers get on the board. Gracie Thomas just short of a chip at, and somehow it squeaks through 1-0 Marshall, but the Rebels answered right back. Nobody went want the puck at center, excuse me, except for Mackenzie Hoffman. All alone goes glove side for the goal just before the period break. Jamie Benzie coming in hot. Nice move, but sends it just wide. It would stay tied after one, but Duluth Marshall edges them out with the 2-1 win. Well, if you followed along with our championship coverage out in Buffalo, New York during the UMD Men's Frozen Four run last season, you probably remember the hard-hitting reporting we got from senior defenseman Jared Hilderman. Well, I'm so excited to announce that Jared has returned as CBS's freelance reporter.
This is Jared Hilderman, number 12 senior defenseman for the Bulldogs, reporting live from the UMD Bulldogs locker room here in Amsoil Arena. I'm sure you remember me from my beautiful segment down in Buffalo, New York during the Frozen Four when I was interviewing some of the guys, and we thought we'd recreate that a little bit with Jake Rosenbaum and Jade Miller. How you doing, boys?
Yep, doing good. Thanks for having us. Happy to be here.
So the first question we have here, we'll start with you, Jake. Who has the best facial hair on the team, do you think?
Best facial hair on the team, either Grizzly Adams, Shep, or probably Patter. He's looking a little scary right now, but it's pretty good.
So we got Movember coming up here. I guess it is November. So I know I'm going to goatee. It's a little scruffy right now. So I guess at the end of the month we'll see. Jade, who's your vote for best facial hair?
I'd have to definitely go with Hunter Shepard. He just keeps that beard all year round. So I'll give it to him.
All right, we'll go right back to you here. Worst facial hair. Who do you think is going to have the worst Movember for the month?
I'll nominate myself up there, top 3. I'll also go with Perch. Haven't seen too much out of him. and Jesse Jock's honorable mention.
Nice. A little ginger beard going there for him. Little quick one here. Getting a little bit social life. Who do you think on the team, Rosie, would be the softest with the girls?
Softest with...
Biggest sweetheart on the team.
Biggest sweetheart. There's a lot of nominees. I feel like we're just a team of sweeties. But
a couple, I love you so much, babies.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go Kobe Bender.
Oh. Yeah, I agree with that. He's definitely in the text, sending a bunch of kissy faces and hearts, that's for sure. Jade, what are you thinking?
Yeah, Kobe's definitely falls hard. I'll say him, and I'll also go with Noah Cates.
Oh,
I've seen a lot of stories with him and his girlfriend making dinners and whatnot. Pretty jealous of it, but I'll take Catesy.
Folks, that's just a small portion of a very long interview. You can head to our website all weekend long for the full interview. That's going to do for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Medical Center, proud to serve as the Northland's only adult Level 1 trauma center.
We build innovative trucks to serve the people who depend on them. Cabins to comfort. Power to do more. Now to say thank you, we're extending our Employee Pricing Plus to everyone. What's right for the people who build your trucks is right for you. Welcome to the Ram Nation.
Well-qualified returning FCA lessees can lease the 2019 Ram 1500 Classic for $238 a month, or purchase and get 22% below MSRP on the 2019 Ram 1500 Classic.
Hey, Minnesota, don't miss Orange Friday at Fleet Farm, your one stop for the season opener. Doors open 6 a.m. Friday with incredible doorbusters and blazing hot deals. Find gear, ammo, snacks, and everything in between. You can even gas up your truck. Plus, earn bonus bucks on top of Orange Friday savings. Hurry in. The first 500 customers in the door get an exclusive Orange Friday collector's hat and scratch and win tickets. Fleet Farm. Built for real life.
We not only have
Blasting business banter. Your top salesman is working from home while working to close a deal. But his Uncle Larry decided to stop by 2 weeks ago. This looks like a job for Smile Power. Good thing your employees have dental insurance backed nationally by over 65 years of motor defending experience. So their healthy deal closers are always ready to close. Unleash your Smile Power with Delta Dental. Delta Dental.
There's just something so special about living where you could walk out your front door and it feels like you're in the wilderness. I'm Paul Tonkin, urologic surgeon here at Hayward Memorial Hospital. So it was always really my dream to provide healthcare services in a small town. I mean, clearly primary care is the foundation of the healthcare of this community, but I think accenting that foundation with specialty care is really of paramount importance. So meeting those needs of those folks close to home is something I feel really good about.
With the giving season just around the corner, it's the perfect time to add a new member to your family. That's why several area animal shelters are coming together for the Subaru Love a Pet adoption event at Miller Hill Subaru. November 9th is Catterday, featuring all-day cat adoptions. Sunday, November 10th, is Pup Day, with all-day dog adoptions. There will be holiday pet photos and a free microchip with an item off our wish list. Join us at Miller Hill Subaru for this exciting event.
New fall fashions are arriving daily at Mainstream Fashions for Men at Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Dave, chilly day today. What can we expect for deer hunting opener this weekend, though?
Well, for Minnesotans, it looks like it'll be cloudy and among the warmest weather we'll have for the next week, which means 35 and a chance for a little tracking snow, 30% shot at a trace, perhaps 3 inches spread both Saturday into Sunday. Then it clears very slowly and really cools down beginning on Monday. 5 above the low temp on Monday, 15 the high. And some sunshine by Tuesday before the next chance for a little light snow comes around for Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, sunshine always helps. At least
Sure
you
does.
see it.
It brightens up a mood.
Sure does. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you tomorrow night.